Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well and your week is off to a very good start. In this video, I just want to touch base about a couple of things, and that being first and foremost, each week and each module will have an accompanying video, much like this one, where I'll walk you through the assignments that are due and what you will find in the module. And so this is the video for Module 1. And to get to the course modules, if you don't know your way around very well, I will show you. And so let me move me out of the way here for a moment and shrink this down. There we will see we have our course. Here we're in the course announcements page, and we are going to go to assignments, and here we will see that all 8 modules are listed, and the first thing that you'll notice are the due dates. So a module in this course is about 2 weeks long. There is one little caveat there, and I'll explain that to you. It falls, spring break is in the middle of the course, and so I had to make some adjustments to accommodate for spring break, so you actually have some time off in the middle of the course, as does everybody else at Allen, and so you'll need to pay attention to that due date. And you'll see here that even though the course, or the module number 1 ends on a Sunday, your work is not due until the following Monday, okay? So technically, Module 1 ends on January 28th, okay, and that's a Sunday. Now, your assignments for that module are not due until the next day, which is Monday the 29th by noon, okay? So I'm giving you a little bit of extra grace there over the weekend, the time that you might need to get those assignments done. In here you can see Monday, February 12th for Module 2, and then we get down here, and here is where things get a little tricky, but Module 5 begins on Monday, March 12th. It's the same time that Module 4 ends, but your assignments are not due until Friday, March 30th by midnight, okay? So you have a lot of time to get those assignments done. But trust me, you don't want to fall behind, because it's easy to fall behind in an online course. You think, oh, I've got 2 weeks to get this done and I can make this up. You know, that's one of the strategies for being successful in an online class is managing your time well. So make sure you have a calendar, whether it be an online calendar or a paper calendar, and you are mapping this out, because it is so easy to get behind in your coursework in an online class. And in this class, the final module, Module 8, we actually is probably the most intensive module, because there are just extra things due that come at the end of the course. And this is for every online course. There are extra things that are due. And this one as well, there are not just 2 discussion forums or 2 discussion modules. There are actually 3 for the final module, and a final exam and paper and some additional things that are due. So you want to pay attention to that and steward your time well throughout the semester. So time management is key to your success here. But as we open up the first module, you will see right at the top you have a to-do list, and you'll see here are some things for you to accomplish. Just general things as well as very specific things like reading assignments and page numbers, as well as quizzes that are due, discussion boards, and what their corresponding point values are. You can see here to take the quiz, syllabus quiz. You just click on the syllabus quiz and it will take you to it, as well as the module discussion board questions for the week. Okay. Also, lecture notes are contained in a folder here, or they may not be in the folder, but that's okay. But notice that the lecture notes are there, as well as some videos. And then you'll also see this journal. And a journal is an entry for you to reflect, in this case in Module 1, on the circumstances surrounding the philosopher Socrates' trial and death. And so I give you some things to consider in this part of the assignment, things that you might want to write about in your journal reflection, and you create a journal simply by clicking on the journal. Again, another video, and finally a quiz. the quizzes, multiple choice or true false. And it's, again, just as it says in the syllabus, open book, it's open note. You can take it multiple times if you don't do well, and the highest score will count toward your grade. So that is what you can expect in each one of the modules. I also just wanted to briefly mention too a couple of key things, a couple of additional things that you need to keep in mind. One, spelling counts. I don't know how it was for you in high school or how it was for you in any other course, but in this course, spelling counts a lot. Participation matters most, like showing up each and every week, doing the work, participating in the discussion boards and the assignments, and doing the work matters most, but also spelling counts. Like one day, I mean, many of you already have this already, but if you don't, one day you will have a job and you'll have a boss, and you will have reports to submit or files to submit, emails to send, and you cannot be sending emails with spelling and grammatical mistakes. And so take advantage of the tools that are available to you, such as spell check, or using a Word document and spell check within a Word document to type out your discussion posts and your assignments before submitting. I will grade you hard on spelling because it matters. Spelling just matters. And also, so even though I may not be very full of grace when it comes to spelling and grammatical kinds of issues, I do have a lot of grace for life circumstances. And look, I get it. I was a student. I went back to school after having 2 children and a full-time job. I quit my career in healthcare and went back to school and got another master's degree and totally changed the career path that I was on. And I did a lot of work online, and so I know what it's like to be in your shoes. And so I want to be able to give you grace for when life hits you hard. And so the best way, if something were to happen, heaven forbid, something, you have a crisis, and by a crisis I mean there's a death in the family, there's a circumstance that pops up that requires you to be gone for days or weeks. Please communicate with me. First and foremost, communicate with me right away, and communicate with your other instructors about what's going on in your life so that we can best help you, so I can best help you succeed in this course in the midst of this absence or this extended leave that you're in. If you're sick, if you're deathly sick or very sick, right, and if something just happens that pops up, there's a lot of grace for me in this course for you. And that grace is there for you if you communicate. Now, if you don't communicate with me and you communicate with me after the fact about what is going on or what's happened and why you couldn't get online and participate in the course, and you want to know if you can, if I will be willing to extend deadlines and such, let me just tell you, it's better to be upfront with me. And so if something is coming up or if something is happening and it is going to take you away from this course for an extended period of time, be upfront with me right away. I am more likely to give you an extended deadline for something I know about in advance than to grant you permission after the fact. Just want you to know that there is grace for you if something should happen, and I hope it doesn't. I hope that this semester goes so well for you, and that there isn't anything that's going to hinder your studies here. I'm excited for you, excited for us. Thanks for listening for these few minutes. Hit me up, call me, text me, email me. If again, crisis should hit you, or call me, email me, text me if you have questions. I'm here to help you succeed. Really excited and looking forward to diving in with you. Have a great week, everybody. Take care.